that's fine. All right, we're here at Tumbling Creek, and this is Barry from Baltimore. This is his little video of his build out, a maiden voyage, I might add. Is that correct? Okay, maiden voyage. And he's got some really unique features. So we may do a couple of videos to kind of point out some of them. I was greatly impressed with the workmanship and with some of the ideas. So Barry, tell us a little bit about the van, starting with, you know, what kind, year, model, that kind of thing.
Okay.
And then maybe we'll take a look at your tarp setup, because that's really kind of cool.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's a 98 E150 conversion van that I originally bought it just to kind of cruise around in it, and then I started looking into the whole prepper thing with the bug out vehicles, and that led into van dwelling, and that changed my perspective. Then I had a little health issue, and bounced back from that, and now I want to take my show on the road full time. So I took the 2 captain's chairs out that were originally in there,
right,
and to give me some room for storage and whatnot. And I still kept the lounge bed in the back. You hit the button and it lays down into like a queen size. But I wanted to be able to have ingress and egress through the back doors for my motorcycle.
Gotcha.
I want to put that inside, so I took that out and wound up building myself a bed off the sidewall that I can fold up, get it out of the way, so I can get my bike in and out. And,
wow,
yeah,
that's pretty neat. I didn't realize that bed when we looked at it earlier. I didn't realize that folds up.
Yeah, it hinges, and
awesome.
the legs hinge in, so it's completely against the wall.
Wow, that's a good feature. That really is.
Yeah.
So tell us about your awning. I'm going to kind of go up and
Sure.
let everybody see from the top down that he's got a nice little awning set up here, and it's got some pretty neat features. So tell us about it.
Well, I got the idea. I was looking on YouTube, and a guy mentioned a kind of obscure Ford Bronco off-road site where a guy had come up with this idea, apparently. And what it is 2 pieces of, what is this stuff called? It is called EMT, 3/4 inch EMT conduit.
Light thin wall conduit, right?
So
right.
I picked up, takes 2 pieces of that. One piece, you drill, and every place there's a grommet, you run a screw down through the grommet and into. I've got the threaded the pipe, so that the tarp attaches through the grommets to this pipe right here, which you can see is attached to my 3 uprights for the solar panels. And you bring it out to this end right here. You do the same exact thing with by screwing the tarp down through the grommets into the EMT. And
oh yeah,
the important part, you know, then you got 2 poles with a tarp in between. But the really important part is these adjustable tent poles.
Let's step around here so we can see it. I got you.
You open the adjustment up like this, and you see it takes.
Sure.
You get slack in it, but so to get it nice and taut, you pull that out and lock that down. That keeps it nice and flat. I throw a couple of ball tie downs on it just to kind of give it some extra tightness in the middle, and it works real well. This piece of EMT out here, you have to drill a hole going up and one going through, and these tent poles, tent stakes or pins, slide into that, and that's what keeps everything upright.
So can you give everybody an idea of where you can pick up some tent poles like this, other than maybe somebody not paying attention in camp?
Absolutely. I went through 2 different sets until I found these right here. These are the ones to go with. They're nice and lightweight. They break down to this length right here. It's 3 pieces. And you get them through Cabela's. I ordered them through Cabela's online, and I had them in a couple days. And,
all right. And so now, when you get ready to take it down, putting it up, like you said, you stretch it out, you put the pins in the holes on the EMT going that way.
Yeah.
And when you get ready to take it down, how do you take this thing down?
So it's super simple. Just pop this out. Right down here. It pops out. That goes down. This you just lay right down to the ground, and then loosen up the adjustable poles on either end, slide them out, and just this piece right here just rolls right up. You can roll it under, or you can roll it up.
Right.
It sits against the van, and what happens is, right there, what happens is these poles right here, I got a bimini hinge
Okay.
on either end for 3/4 inch, and I believe this is 1 inch diameter. This pipe right here. So you get these two pieces at a marine hardware shop.
Right.
This has a set screw, and so does this. So this set screw keeps this in place, and you got a set screw back here that locks into this one. And once these are pulled out, shortened and pulled out of the other piece of conduit down here, well, when you roll this up, you just take this, because it's on a hinge, and hinge it in, hinge the other one in, and throw a tie wrap around it, and you're set to go.
So when you do it on yours, you roll this up and tuck the arms in kind of up under the awning and then tie it all together?
Yep.
Okay. So that makes a nice tight package going down the road. You don't have...
No, I've looked in the mirror and it's not fluttering a bit.
Right. Well, that is awesome. That is truly awesome.
And replacement tarp, the guy said he had 4 years. It's a heavy duties from Harbor Freight.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a 10 by 8, and he had his 4 years and was just starting to get a little ratty. And what's nice about this, I just bought this tarp right here 2 weeks ago, and it's $8.77.
Oh, wow.
To replace the tarp.
Wow. So just for reference to everybody, I know it's going to vary. About how much do you have tied up in making this awning?
It's I think it's just under $100.
Yeah. So if you went out to buy an actual RV awning, you would have a good deal more tied up in it, obviously.
The cheapest I could find that would really work for this, the cheapest I could find was $7.99.
My
plus
goodness.
the shipping to get it to me. So this was the only way to go for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to pause for a second, let you get that set back up, and we'll go inside and show the van around a little bit, and then maybe in the next segment we'll talk specifically about the water tube and solar power that you got there.
Awesome.
Hang on. We're going to step inside now, and even going in, I mean, just the view from the door, it's gorgeous in here, okay? It's just gorgeous. I don't know how to describe it without sounding over the top with anything, but it started life as a conversion van, and he's taken it to the extreme when it comes to conversion. It's now a rolling home. So, Barry, tell us a little bit about what you went through, making your mind up how to do what, and I'll try to get in here and we can look around.
All right. So this van originally came, of course, it was full carpeted, and it had two big captain's chairs that sat right here, and a stereo system that's now was under where this little IKEA desk sits right now. But
right.
And I thought I was happy with that, but the more I wanted to bring in here, like the refrigerator, freezer, and the battery bank, I knew that some of those two chairs were going to have to go. So I pulled them out. That gave me some more room, and I rearranged things differently. And I was utilizing the back bench seat as a bed, but it's very limited because I wanted to be able to bring things in from the back doors. Mm-hmm. So I couldn't do that because it ran right into the bench seat. So I decided, well, I'm going to go ahead and bite the bullet and pull that out of here, which was extremely heavy, and the two chairs were very heavy as well. So I took a lot of weight out of this.
Oh, yeah.
I had one. But I took a lot out. So I decided, because of the fact that I wanted to be able to bring my motorcycle up into the van with me, that I needed to build a bed that hinged off the side wall. So I ordered, I believe it was a queen size frame, which consisted of two of these full-size frames that you bolt together. Mm-hmm. I just used half of it. I have the other half in storage, but used half of it and came off the sidewalls with hinges. So this whole thing hinges up, and then the legs hinge in toward the frame, and it works out real well.
Well, that's a novel idea, because I think a lot of people, myself included, we started building the frame out of wood and other pieces, and so you were able to actually think about taking a manufactured frame and just modify it a little bit and then make it fit to what your need was. So that's real good.
And it's very lightweight.
Yes, probably a lot lighter than 2x4s.
Light. Yes, much lighter.
Yeah, that's
I like
great.
that idea. The mattress was a ex-hospital mattress for people that are bedridden, so it's extremely comfortable. I sleep like a king in here. I feel like I'm climbing into my own personal cocoon every night. Okay,
so looking around in here, I see things that look like might be. Let's see, you got a cool little fan hanging up here, a couple of fans and some lights. And I know you had the lights on in here the other night. Go ahead and flip those lights on, and let's see what all we got going on.
I don't have my don't have my LEDs in it, but I've got LED strip lighting that's going to go in these right here on both sides, and then lighting up in here. Now it was 12-volt incandescent, which really they're very power hungry and they put out a lot of heat. So I unplugged all of them, and I'm going to come back with LED strip lighting. So that'll really boost the light capability in here considerably. Yeah. You can pull that off and sit right there if you want.
Okay, now I was trying to back up a little bit, kind of gracefully, which for me doing something graceful is somewhat of a joke. Now, I think a lot of people with these conversion vans, they do tend to leave the lighting in place in the top and then just replace them with LEDs. Now, are your top lights, are they still running off of your vehicle battery, or are they running off the house batteries?
They're running off the vehicle battery. That's why I'm going to go ahead and do away with all of them and run everything off the house batteries. I got a spot right in my fuse box I'll come off of.
Good point.
Just go that route.
And you have this really nifty looking workstation. I am very envious. It's real clean design and looks like it's got adequate space. Is that a pull-out drawer for your keyboard and stuff?
Yeah, I come up with this just to hold the chair in place.
Sure.
But it's not pretty, but it does work. But yeah, and I put this little hasp on there if I just need to close this. But I mean, it holds a considerable amount of junk.
Everybody has their junk drawers.
Yeah. There's a massive one. But yeah, it's a little IKEA desk. You go right to IKEA and pick it up. It was $59 or something.
Wow.
The chair was, I think, an additional $29 IKEA.
That is awesome.
And it's good. It's good enough. It's big enough for me.
Sure.
Not overly large, but it's big enough. And I figure I watch a lot of TV, movies, and hopefully we'll be editing my movies on my laptop. So I need a dedicated spot for that.
And it's lightweight.
Yes.
It's at the right height to put your laptop up there and lay in the bed and watch movies. And so that's really awesome. So what other little features and neat things? I mean, I see pockets stuck around. I'm assuming that was left over from conversion days. Yep. Looks like you've got Reflectix in some of the windows, all the windows.
I have Reflectix cut for all the windows. And right now it is, in fact, in all the windows, including the two barn doors right here. And I have Reflectix that fits the driver's side and passenger side doors and the windshield as well.
Oh, okay. And I like the fact that the chairs are able to rotate. I'm guessing that was a holdover from the conversion.
No, actually, they were fixed. I had to. I went to. I can't recall the name of the company, but there is a company that sells those van swivels, and I think I paid a little over $200, which I thought was kind of a high price. But once I used it, it's got to be DOT legal, so it's it works great, and that was some of the best money I've ever spent because that opens up the entire back of the van for viewing from that chair right there. I just pull my TV out, and it works really great.
And so your TV is mounted in the back, and we also talked the other day, you and I did, about the cell phone boosting and everything else. And so you do have a cell phone amplifier in here. And I'm going to kind of ease around here to where we can see it. This is the WeBoost, and it's made by Wilson. Tell me about the installation. I know you have a little candy bar kind of antenna. What candy bar is what they call it.
Yeah, but the size of a Hershey bar.
So you've got an antenna inside, and then you've got one outside, correct?
A small little stick. Might be 3.5 inches tall with a magnet on the bottom. I had to manufacture a piece of metal to utilize as a ground plane, and so that the magnet would stick to that, and it's the piece of metal in, but about that big, and it does an amazingly good job. Yeah, I was at my uncle's last week, and I looked at my phone. It's a Verizon service, and it had 0 bars, nothing. I turned the WeBoost on and sat there with the candy bar just above my head right here, and I watched it go through full bars of 3G, full bars of 4G, and then little to my, I mean, I was really surprised. Full 5 bars of LTE. I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
Couldn't believe it.
And so you can collect. Listen to me. time for another cup of coffee. So you can actually connect several devices because this simply acts as like a Wi-Fi router. You can connect your phone, your laptop, or whatever other devices once you get it installed up and running.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody wants to, when this is on, anybody wants to walk up to the front of the van, their Wi-Fi will, or their cell phone will be boosted.
Right. Cool.
You just got to be in proximity to the output antenna.
Right. Wow, that's slick. Well, Barry, we're going to break right here because I don't like to make the videos too long, and we're going to come back and take a look at your refrigerator and maybe your solar system. Maybe talk about your solar power, and also this interesting black tube that you've got on the roof of your van. So, once again, folks, we're here at Tumbling Creek at the GTG, and this is Barry from Baltimore with Maiden Voyage with his van, and we're going to be taking a look at some more of the systems in it in just a minute. So, as always, get out, be safe, go adventure.